morning. Happy Friday. Welcome to Coffee Chat. I was thinking this morning that I wanted to open our coffee chat today with a little bit of gratitude. This is something that I try to practice on a daily basis. I've talked to all of you about my prayer journal and my journaling habits. And one of the things that I like to do every single day is start listing off all the things that I'm grateful for. So I want to encourage you to do the same thing. So in the comments right now, take just a second and tell me something that you are super grateful for this morning. I will go first. So I am very thankful that when I woke up this morning, all three of my kids are in my nest. That makes me insanely happy because we're in a life stage right now. Our oldest just graduated college. He's entering the workforce. Yes. But he's here until he kind of gets himself on his feet, which is awesome. And our middle daughter, who is a college junior, is home a day early for the weekend. So we get a long weekend with her. And of course, our 15-year-old is home. So anyway, it just makes my mom heart happy when I wake up in the morning and all three of my birds are in the nest. I don't care how old they get. So tell me, what are you grateful for today? And leave me a comment and let me know. I think gratitude is just such an awesome way to start the day. All right, so today's coffee chat is a little different. I have a lot that I want to unpack in this one, and I have a lot on my heart, so I hope you'll bear with me. There's a few different layers that I want to talk about in this coffee chat today, but I'm going to start off first by letting you know that earlier this week I shared a post about a blogger who told me that I was never going to make it. So I call it my t-shirt and jeans post because that's what I talked about on the first line of it. And you may have seen it, maybe you didn't. Anyway, in that post, I talked about how this blogger said that if I wasn't constantly posting new clothes, that I wasn't going to gain followers, I was never going to make money, and blah, blah, blah. So I'm just going to read it real quick to you, just in case you didn't see it, so you have context for the rest of this, all right? So I put in the first line, that's me, t-shirt and jeans for life. Funny thing is, when I started out, I had a blogger friend tell me I was never going to make it. She said that if I wasn't constantly posting new clothes and outfits, not just my t-shirts and jeans, that I was going to fail, let alone the fact that I would never make any money at it. Her words didn't really bother me at the time because I wasn't trying to make money, but I couldn't help but wonder if she was right about followers. Would women be interested in a blog where I was re-wearing the same clothes over and over again? So I conformed for a little while. And I started buying new stuff, and yes, it made it easier to post more outfits, but after a short time, it also became soul-sucking. I had more stuff than I was comfortable with, and it just wasn't a representation of my real shopping or spending habits. Even with all those clothes, I'd go back to re-wearing my tried and true pieces in my real daily life. I knew early on that I wasn't going to be that blogger. And in a way, she was right. GYPO's growth has been slower and more organic. I've never had that moment where things just caught on fire and took off. And even when I committed to blogging full time for a living, things were super tight for a really long time. So staying true to myself absolutely hurt my blog as a business. But then this beautiful thing started to happen. More and more women were finding me in GYPO because of my philosophy of re-wearing what I already had, not in spite of it. I'm still not a huge influencer. That was not my goal, but building community was, and the GYPO community has been the best part of all of this. It's made up of like-minded women who want to look and feel great in their clothes without having to constantly buy more stuff. Who know the power of having great closet staples and how easy it can be to transform them with just a few new fun trends. So I put the question out to the community, do you buy a lot of new clothes or do you rewear what you have? Anyway, that's the post, word for word. But there was also a really big response from the GYPO community. And honestly, the comments were very eye-opening, as well as completely humbling and touching. This is something different here. It is about style, but it's also about, I think, contentment. I think it's about confidence. Honestly, whenever I started out, confidence was the main driving force behind me getting dressed every day because it made me feel good. It made me feel better. And I wanted to share that feeling with other women in the community. And, some of the comments that I got on this post said that. One commenter said, you focus on helping women feel better physically, mentally, or for whatever has them in a slump. An empty nest, not feeling pretty, being in the trenches of motherhood with young kids. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. And those comments are the ones that really mean the most to me. Another one said, this may sound weird, but I have a different feeling when I go shopping now that I've been following and participating in GYPO for a year. I think it all has to do with shopping with a purpose, which I've heard you say so many times. But before GYPO, I would go to the store and look around and shop with a squirrel mentality. I would be almost anxious when trying to make decisions. Now I go into a store and anxiety equals 0. I feel so much more at peace. I have no more shopper's regret. I have a capsule in mind. I only buy what I know will go with the plan, and I also have gained more patience to just wait until I find the right piece. Then when I'm getting dressed, I lay my outfit out the night before. No more standing in front of my closet trying to find something that I like. It's so much more peaceful. Add to that the cherry on the sundae. I get so many compliments. Now my love language is not words of affirmation, but it is still nice to hear. So hopefully when you hear comments like all these below, you know you are doing the right kind of blogging, at least from all of these girls' points of view. Another commenter said, you and your challenges have truly changed my life. I feel confident and put together. My new struggle is finding replacements for current things because I wear them too much. And then someone else said, and this, I heard this comment a lot. This is why I love you, Alison. You're really only one of the bloggers I follow at this point. The inauthenticity of others turned me off long ago. And I had several other commenters say the same thing. So anyway, I'm not reading these comments to toot my own horn in any way, shape, or form. I just want you to know that it's okay. We don't have to get caught up in the shopping frenzy. And I'm not saying not to buy new things. That's not my philosophy at all. It's bigger than that. It's about shopping with a purpose. It's about being aware of what you have in your closet before you set out and go into the store and do get into that squirrel frenzy when you walk in and you're like, I don't know what to wear, so I'm going to grab this and this and this. And, I see so much online with women in other communities and in Facebook groups and on Instagram where it's just about, here's my Amazon haul or here's this Nordstrom sale or whatever's going on at the time. There's this frenzy that we all can get caught up in. I do it sometimes. And I heard something a few years ago that really has stuck with me. And I've had a few other people who've brought this to me over the years and have learned the same thing. Limit your gurus. I severely limit who I follow on social media because I specifically don't want to get caught up in that frenzy. Just last week I was watching some stories that I don't normally watch. I try to limit my time I spend on stories. And I started seeing all this cute stuff from Amazon. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I got to have all this cute stuff from Amazon. So I start going online and putting a bunch of stuff in my cart. And then I looked at it and I was like, wait a minute, I have a sweater that's almost exactly like that. I don't need that thing. But I think we do just get caught up in that kind of, it's fun, it's exhilarating, it's that dopamine hit of buying the new things. And again, there's nothing wrong with having new things, but adding them to your closet mindfully, I guess is the point here. So anyway, I think there's this paradox because I don't want to focus so much on consumerism and spending and always buying new things that, and here's the vulnerable part that I said I wanted to share with you, that my growth has been slow. And not many people know about the mission or how GYPO does things differently because being totally honest, I'm tired of this being overlooked. I know that it's more fun to do the shopping and be involved in the big groups that are just really getting involved in this and, posting their pieces that they bought. And, I haven't had that moment where GYPO just caught on fire or really became mainstream because it seems like the bloggers and influencers who are on Instagram who are always featuring the new clothes, that blogger was right. She was right. I didn't grow fast like she did. She skyrocketed from that point forward. And, but I still just feel like what I've built here has been so much more powerful and it means so much more to me and it feels so much more authentic. But it's also been frustrating, and it's not about the business part. It's about maybe people just don't subscribe to this philosophy like we do. Maybe this is something that I'm talking about that people just aren't all that interested in. And I don't know. I honestly don't know what is going on with it or why it hasn't caught on as much. But there are also the retailers, okay? So there's this other flip side of the blogging world where retailers want to do collaborations with people. I don't accept many collaborations. I know you guys noticed that because you let me know that, and thank you for that. I get your feedback and your comments that you tell me that you're happy that I don't do very many sponsored posts or collaborations. That's something that early on I decided had to really be an authentic match and a good fit for my business. With the right mixture of quality, affordability, and things that I felt like you could easily add into your wardrobe to keep it fresh and fun and new. So those are just some of the criteria. And I want to work with brands that I love. But I'm sure some of your favorite Instagram people are always doing collaborations, which honestly, it doesn't really bother me much. But one of my dreams has always been to collaborate on creating my own capsule wardrobe of basic items. And I need the power of a retailer to come in with me to do that. And when they look at things like my Instagram followers, for instance, or whatever, my audience, I get overlooked again. So it's been a little bit frustrating. And I think there's also this other aspect of it, and this is really the hardest part, is that there's the mean girl in my head. I've blamed myself too, that, like, I'm too much of an introvert, or I'm not on stories enough, or here's my favorite one that I tell myself, maybe I'm just not one of the cool girls. I actually had somebody say that to me one time. So okay. So all of this stuff that I've told myself in high school that held me back. And, I've blamed myself for kind of being the bottleneck and not getting out there more and trying to get the mission out there more. So I know that that's, I know that that's wrong. And I know that, just blaming myself for not drawing more attention to myself has been something that has been an issue, because I just feel like I want to quietly do the work and authentically share the mission and have it kind of do that on its own. So why am I pouring this all out to you other than the fact that I am honestly feeling like extremely vulnerable right now? It always helps to share when you're struggling with something. And this is something I've never shared with the community before. So I want you guys to know that I have so much appreciation for this community. And this is in no way, shape, or form to say that I'm not proud of what I've built, because I am. And you guys I wake up every morning, and other than my family, I just feel so fueled to serve this community and to just be here for you and see your confidence grow. And that's why I do the Rediscover Me Challenge once a year, because I feel like my mission is about so much more than just clothing. It's about so much more. So I don't want to be a best kept secret anymore. I have something important to share, and it's something life-changing, and I would love to have your help. So if you want to help, here's some specific things that you can do. Continue to share in this mission. Continue to be okay with not getting caught up in this frenzy of feeling like you have to go out and buy new things to fill you up or to find contentment through that. I'm not opposed, again, to having nice things and things that make you feel great and confident. And that's totally part of my mission. But just continuing to support that, by sharing my coffee chats with your friends, share the t-shirt and jeans posts that I did this week, tag your friends on Instagram, let them know about GYPO, have conversations with them about this topic, about, what it means to be content with your wardrobe and to have that peace with it. Share outfit posts on Facebook using your closet staples pieces. Tag me, I want to see your outfits on Instagram and show me what you're wearing. Or it can be as simple as this, just to keep the encouragement going, keep the comments coming. Send me a kind word. Let me know that what GYPO does matters. And you guys are so good at this. I get a roll-up email every week called GYPO love that my team sends me, things that they see that it just fuels me and builds me up and keeps me going so much. So I want you guys to know that I truly appreciate that. And most of all, just thank you for listening to me with an open heart. And this was not an easy topic for me to cover. I'm going to be super honest. I woke up this morning like, I don't know if I can do this. So thank you for giving me the space and for listening today. And if you need me, I'll be having a vulnerability hangover for the next few days. But thank you for listening, and I'll see you all back here next week. Bye.